My thing's sound effects. Here's a T-Rex.
What the fuck is wrong with that? Hooray! Everything is meaningless!
You have landed on Planet Pointless with your hosts, John and Shawn.
Hello there.
Yeah, recording in progress.
Yeah, it's kind of a scary thing to hear. You know, it's kind of like that weird robotic voice that all these losers are using on TikTok.
Yeah, like I don't know if I want to be a part of something like that. That's weird.
You know what I realized though? For no real reason except for just blatant curiosity. If I, for whatever circumstance, got dropped in like the middle of a forest, like tomorrow, and like had no like knowledge of where I was, there would be a 0% chance that I'd survive. I was watching like Survivor Man. Like, remember him? I was like, fuck. I was like randomly watching his videos because I was bored out of my fucking skull. And I was like, well, fuck, dude. I'd be looking for like outlets in the trees. I have like no idea how to survive in the woods. The Wi-Fi is shit. Why is the Wi-Fi so shit out here?
Trying to like plug your phone into the tree, like, I need power.
Dude, I need my GPS. I don't even know where the fuck I am. I need maps out here. Shawn, but really though, what if me and you, okay, got dropped into the middle of like the tropical rainforests of New Guinea, like tonight?
Uh-huh.
What would the plan be? What would you do?
Well, do we have any like resources with us, or are we just like being dropped there in like our fucking in like loincloths and like Tarzan kind of thing?
Just the shirt on your back, brother. Well, everything you're wearing right now, not just your shirt, your gitch as well.
Oh, okay. Well, first I would take my shirt off. I would cut it into a noose-like shape, and I would hang myself from the closest coconut tree. Sorry, you're on your own.
Coconut tree, eh? What is your knowledge of New Guinea?
I don't know. You said tropical rainforest. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just what I think of. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was fucking.
You think of toucans and coconuts. I don't know.
Like
I would literally.
Like some bird's gonna come out of the fucking trees and hand me Fruit Loops or some shit. Like,
I heard you're supposed to like head downhill. That's all I know. You're supposed to head downhill because there's water and some sort of settlers. And but with my luck, I get stung by some fucking bug and die immediately. Welcome to Planet Pointless. My name is John.
My name is Shawn. Oh my God. I was just gonna say, what the fuck do you do when you're downhill? Like, that just sounds like you're just gonna be down.
Apparently, where there's water. There's water. You keep going downhill. There's going to be water somewhere. I don't know. Did you also know that there was a superhero, like a real life superhero named Captain Sticky that actually existed?
Why does that sound like he's literally a superhuman cum shot? Like,
well, he actually didn't. Believe it or not, he didn't name himself after cum. It was after peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. There's like, yuck. He was popular in the 70s, actually, and he actually was in talks with Marvel about making a set of comics about him. But his whole thing was that he just like was an unemployed, weird, overweight guy who was trying to get like corrupt retirement homes in trouble. And so he donned a costume with a big S on the front of it and drove a car called the Sticky Mobile.
I don't know why you would name yourself after a delicious treat that most kids can enjoy, but a lot of kids can't due to health reasons.
Anaphylaxis.
Yeah, I don't understand why you would do such a thing like that. That's fucking. I don't.
How dare you, Captain Sticky? How dare you?
I'd call you like Lieutenant Sticky, maybe.
Somehow that's better.
Like Staff Sergeant Sticky.
I think I got like super bored and just started looking up random like fucking facts. So there you go. Go downhill and Captain Sticky existed. R.I.P. He's fully dead. He's dead.
Awesome.
I'm gonna quickly set the record straight though, because I've had one or two comments recently. I don't hate The Office. I just hate everybody who loves The Office. Like, I think The Office is a great show. It's fantastic for what it is, but I hate every single one of you with a Dunder Mifflin sweater or a t-shirt or a Dwight Schrute tattoo. something, or anybody who's made a Facebook status that says Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. I hate you all.
I ship that shit.
I just don't like scripted comedies anymore. Like Parks and Rec was dog shit.
It was okay. I thought it was fun. I don't know. I'm still kind of in the midst of watching it, but I mean, a lot of like funny shit, like to me is scripted. Like Community, loved Community.
I was literally going to say, like, I got forced to watch Community at one point because I was like super against doing it. I'm like, I don't care. This probably is going to suck. And it was pretty good. I'm pretty sure I watched the whole thing. Got kind of weird near the end there.
Yeah, I got like super emotional near the like last season and a half.
Yeah. Joel McHale's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
6 seasons in a movie. Yeah.
6 seasons in a movie.
I also read that Chevy Chase is like a real asshole. Like,
yeah.
He's a fucking dickhead to literally everybody in the industry. I read this article on Gawker about how he like pissed off like John Belushi, like Bill Murray, Johnny Carson, the whole cast of SNL every season. Like nobody likes him. And like, I don't know. I find it hard to like him after that, but whatever.
He's just one of those like chauvinistic douchebags, I think. Like he just did National Lampoons. He goes, yeah, my fucking shit definitely doesn't stink.
Yeah, he had the Chevy Chase show, which was panned by every single like critic, like a television critic when it came out. Like everybody hated it. It was fucking dog shit, terrible. But yeah, well, Chevy Chase. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that.
Me neither.
Before I continue though, I talked to my friend the other day who's actually dating right now, like actively trying to see people in like a post-pandemic sort of world. I don't fucking understand because I think the whole dynamic of dating has changed.
Yeah, it has.
People have fucking rosters. Do you know what a roster is?
I'm assuming it's some sort of a version of a kill count.
Close. It's actually like like kind of like a repertoire of people that you continuously call up and bang. It's like, you know, here's my Wednesday and this is my next Thursday and I got a Monday, a Friday. Yeah, like you know what I mean?
Oh, I had one of those.
Yeah.
Sorta.
Yeah, I know you did. Except it was the same awful person every day of the week. The roster of one.
That's funny shit.
Well, we asked you guys what you want to hear us talk about next season. And this is going to be a more like off the cuff kind of conversational episode. So this will be fun.
Strap in. Get ready to be bored.
Hooray!
Okay, they want people want more ridiculous reviews of Amazon items, like the gummy bear episode.
I'm down. I'm so fucking down for that.
Yeah, fuck, that was hilarious. I think it actually went a lot better than I thought it would because it was just gonna be like, oh, hee hee, poo poo, pee pee, but it was actually so fucking funny. Like people continuously tell me that they like spat a beverage out or like almost crashed their car because it was so funny. I was like, oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about those episodes too. But like, I think like the one Amazon review I gave you a couple episodes ago with the fucking chick that was shaving her cooter with the electric man razor,
her cooter hair. Yes.
Called. Yeah, that fucking floored me, dude. When I read that, I was on the wall.
I think there is probably like more to that. I think that if you went back to that like item, there's probably more reviews that are fucking crazier than that. So yeah, guys, we'll get on that pretty soon.
Absolutely. Just
an episode where it's nonstop roasts to Shawn. I feel as if Shawn gets the piss taken out of him just enough.
I mean, through high school, yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the ass getting roasted all the time and being made fun of. But I mean, like, now I'm in like some sort of like steamrolling shit. If you want to come and attack me, I will fuck you up. Like verbally, because I'm not strong enough to fight people. But I mean, I will mess you the fuck up. I don't give a fuck if your feelings get hurt. I don't give a shit. You want to come and attack me? I'm gonna tell you exactly where to fucking go.
There were some feelings hurt in the last episode, as you're aware of.
look at all of me that gives a fuck. Yeah,
you left your last fuck in the car. All right. John's job seems fascinating. More on that. I can guarantee you it's not.
Literally.
I can guarantee it's not interesting.
You were explaining it to me a couple of years back, and this is when you were first starting out. I remember I was just fucking sitting there.
It's just, do you know how hard it is to talk to your family members about what you do when you don't even know how to explain it? It's like, hey, Ma, I'm in advertising. She's like, oh, so you make commercials? No. I just buy the space that the commercials that other people make air.
She was probably like, oh, okay, great.
She's like, right. Okay.
She was probably like, yeah, I should have had an abortion.
She was like, oh, you have a degree? Crazy.
You went to college? I don't remember that ever.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well. What do you do, Shawn?
I currently work in lawn care now. I've gone, you know what? I listened back to our intro, which came out August 20th or 22nd of 2020, actually. So we've been doing this.
Yep.
Yeah. We've been doing this since August, I think, which seems
almost a year.
Yeah. So anyways, I listened back and I thought it was fucking hilarious because I was just in the mood to listen to it. It's like a fucking minute, 30 seconds long. And when you said I'm just I'm a very well-known skateboarder. I mean, I'm well-known
in the area
because I'm I'm the one guy that goes to a skate park and acts like a tool.
And all the children love him.
Yeah. What?
Didn't you say you autographed something for someone once or took a picture with? I don't remember. You said something along those lines.
I think some kid asked me for an autograph at a skate competition once.
That is all the information that I needed.
I didn't know what to do. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to put my name on this kid's helmet and just say, fuck it. So I did it. I was like, don't let it get to your head because it's not supposed to. Anyways, I remember you saying that I was in automotive and I was like, man, I'm not really in automotive. I just do basic maintenance on cars. And I thought it was so funny.
To me, it's the exact same thing. The two things you just said there is the exact same fucking thing.
Literally. I guess. Yeah.
But now you're in lawn care. So, I can't retroactively change it, but
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. We'll just leave it the way it is. I mean, I still kind of work with cars, but not often enough, I guess.
Your top 5 Canadian serial killers. We're not going to do that because we're not a true crime fucking podcast.
I mean, if we had Maddie back on here, you guys could spin a yarn and I just kind of sit back and wonder where the fuck these people went wrong. True
crime is for people with crippling depression. And that is facts. I'm sure there's research, qualitative and quantitative, done on that. So, self-care / skincare routines. I was washing my face with fucking hand soap for my whole life, so apparently that's wrong.
I just kind of took my shit out of the toilet and just smeared it there like a mud mask, but a natural mud mask.
Oh, so that's what you were doing in the bathroom every time I was over. That's cool. Skincare.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, my skin is not it's shitty, but I mean, whatever.
Oh, so you weren't splashing around in your own feces. That's good.
No, it's just my face.
It's just skincare.
It sucks when it gets in your mouth, though.
Oh, I would assume. Yeah, and your nose.
Yeah, especially there.
I got off pretty easy. I got off pretty easy in high school when it came to fucking acne, though. So I never really worried about it too much. All those guys who had the emo fringe, that thing. There was a fucking you would rip up that barbed wire. There's fucking shit. There's some shit in there.
There's a fucking minefield of acne.
Oh,
Jesus,
God.
Fuck. I don't think I've ever had that. I think the eczema for me was worse because I have the shitty end of my gene pool apparently. So.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah.
How well? So you've had eczema your whole life then?
I would assume so. As far back as I can remember. Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks. Well, hopefully that. Yeah. Is that get worse in the summer or what?
It's just shit all year round. I mean, it depends on the weather, really. It's fucked up. I don't know.
I'm Shawn and I'm in searing pain at all times.
Literally. Actually, yeah.
Great. That's fantastic.
Oh God.
Interview Shawn for a job, but don't tell him what kind of job it is. Like, I didn't understand this question.
I mean, like that. I feel like that's just how like all of my job interviews have gone. Because like when you go to a job interview, and like what you're like what the position is you're going for, and then like they just like switch it up on you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so we saw you wanted to apply for warehouse, but like, what if we put you at front desk? And you're like, I just want to lift shit and and box shit. I don't know why you want me to talk to other people. Why?
Honestly, yeah, I've done the same thing. But like, what? But why? Why on the podcast? So, Shawn, why do you think you'd be a good fit at Bed Bath and Beyond?
I got big dick energy, and I may not shower, but let me tell you, like, this would give me a good reason to shower.
All right, check. Okay, big dick energy. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your biggest weakness?
Sometimes I have little dick energy.
Aha. Oh, okay, let me write that down quick, right under there. Little dick energy. Okay. What a bullshit question to give in an interview anyway. What's your biggest weakness? Fuck off. Like, you're just trying to trip me.
Everybody's like main response is like, I don't think I have any.
I try too hard. That's the big one. Or I say racial slurs sometimes, but that's okay, right?
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm constipated, I believe in myself and I force it out. It bleeds a little and it hurts immensely, but it's okay because I just believe in myself. That's my biggest weakness is I believe in myself. And then I bleed for my anus.
Ah, okay. I remember that. My anus is bleeding. What a comic. What a cartoon. Legendary. Yeah. My biggest weakness is I shit on company time.
Boss gets $1, I get a dime.
I'm sure that to clock in, not to the toilet I go. Beer tasting review. I'd probably shit out my own heart after that, like die of indigestion.
I'm kind of down. I mean, I haven't really had like we had that like non-alcoholic beverage a little while back, but I don't know. Bummer. Well,
fuck y'all. I'm just kidding.
Fuck it.
I'm cutting it. That's it.
Fuck. No, but like, I mean, I think it'd be cool to taste some fucking beer. What if we figured something out with the Garage Beers boys?
Yeah, if we get on the webcam with those guys, that'd be fun.
That'd be neat. Yeah, we'll just buy whatever they buy. Well, I mean, they're American, so I mean, like,
They got some real puddle water down there. Fuck. Well, yeah, I'm down. You know what? Sure. Let's get some. Yeah, I'll get some of the strongest beers that I can find from the beer store, and then me and Shawn will try to taste them without our eyeballs popping out of the sockets.
Done deal.
Earwax and the debate of cleaning thy ears. It's not even a debate. Just clean your fucking ears.
Yeah, it's simple. I mean, if you're like me and you listen to music with a lot of bass at very high volumes, you get a lot of little Shreklings in there. You gotta dig those nuggets out, because if you don't, then they're gonna randomly fall out on your loved ones and your friends and your families, and that's disgusting.
How many times have you had an ear nugget fall on a loved one? If it's more than one, I understand why you're doing what you're doing.
It's probably at least once or twice.
I've had a loved one pick my ear and be like, whoa, what's happening in there? How about get the fuck away from my ear?
like that fucking TV from the fucking that like concerned children's advertising commercial. Like, somebody get this cat off my head.
Yeah, like fuck off my head.
Stop touching me.
I don't like when people, if they got nothing better to do, they just start to groom me.
Yeah,
like I'm
an
ape in the wild,
Yeah, I don't like it when people just randomly start touching me. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's something if it's like foreplay. You know what I mean? Like, you're sitting alone with your significant other, and he or she just starts touching on your nethers. Yep. It's not that bad, right? That's applicable unconsent touching. That's good touch, I should say.
Good touch.
Bad,
good.
Yeah.
For the
Bad
people at
touch.
home, bad touch. Yeah, Sean, you feel free.
Bad touch is when you try and stick your fingers in my nose, my ears, my butthole.
Pretty well
just
any
anywhere.
open orifice, just keep
Yeah.
them out.
Yeah, just don't touch me at all. Unless you're trying to get fucking freaky, don't touch me. So that's bad touch.
Duly noted. Dial a listener. That's a fabulous idea.
I'm down. I mean, we need phone numbers, or we need people to submit themselves to a Zoom call.
Submit themselves.
You must sacrifice yourself.
Opinions on gray sweatpants. Just stop doing what you're doing. I can see your whole business. And I think that's kind of the point, actually.
Dude, your fucking junk is waving in the wind while you're on that morning jog. So just put it away. Tape it to your fucking leg if you have to.
You might have to, actually, if you're going on your morning jog like that.
Yeah, because sometimes in the morning, just right up.
I couldn't even imagine just walking out of my house at 8 a.m. and I see the guy down the street running, and he's just got a full fucking erection.
Just pitching a tent.
Again, post-pandemic, dude, people are going to be so confused on how to adjust back to normal life. I'm going to be
outside, fucking just dick hanging in the wind, dude. And we're just be like, yeah, this is the new normal, guys. This is the new normal.
If we go to a bar, you're going to be seeing a lot of hanging brain. I have a feeling. I don't know. People will have no idea how to read social cues more than they already don't. Someone sneezes, you just go, fuck you. Like everybody's so on edge.
It's like, sorry, I spent a year and a half with my fucking grandma in my house, so I just randomly say fuck you now when people sneeze.
Yeah, I spent the last year and a half with my grandma, and now I'm also terribly racist. And I don't like loud noises. And that's who I am as a person now.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Best and worst sex positions. People just like sex, dude. Like, let's just start a sex podcast. Fuck Planet Pointless. It's Planet Penis.
Planet Penis.
Planet Promiscuous. Fuck it.
Oh,
Coming back for
God.
season 3.
Oh no. I mean, there are good ones and there are bad ones. I've noticed that what's that one? When it's like the guy is missionary. Is that missionary still?
It's still missionary.
Oh, it's still missionary.
If you're in missionary, you know you're in missionary.
Oh, okay. But like, I thought if it was like the girl that was in missionary, she's taking it. And, if you're in missionary as a man, I would assume you're giving it, but if you're taking it, is that still considered missionary?
You're going to have to consult the Kama Sutra, but I believe that if either of you, if she's just riding you, I'm pretty sure that that's still considered missionary. Because it's still vanilla bean, like very boring.
Okay. Well, that works the best for me, at least it works the best for her, at least in my opinion. I try and get whatever I can out of that. But usually when I'm behind, I'm a good behind. I don't like being a top or a bottom. I like being behind. Behind is good. With consent, obviously. Behind is good. Very,
it's
very
implied
good.
that all of this is consensual, I'm going to assume.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes it's not, but that's only when I'm sleeping and she just kind of,
What?
I'm just kidding. She doesn't.
Oh, God.
Me.
All right.
Oh my God.
Wow. learning a lot about your relationship today, Sean. I promise to cut that. That's fine.
No, it's fine. Don't do that. It's funny. It's good. That's funny. She knows what she does when I'm sleeping. So, I don't know what she does because I sleep like a fucking boulder. So
I don't even want to.
I mean, even if she did do anything of that nature, I mean, like, I wouldn't be mad. B, I probably wouldn't be awake enough to even do anything about it. And C, do what you want. I mean, at least now I'm not going to get tired and, have to, fake something in order to get the fuck out of it. So,
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Well, none of that was okay, but I'm glad you're sharing. Not one thing you said in that statement was okay. Okay.
I just don't care anymore. I stopped caring at about 1:45 p.m. today. So I'm like, good.
We should take, it says grade 3 quiz. And I think we should actually. I think that'd be really fun.
Is it like the fucking like are you an idiot test, or like the more like, remember that thing that was on like app stores everywhere, like the are you a moron test?
Oh, guaranteed I get that. I'm a fucking complete fucking bell end.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna fucking fail that shit so fast. Like, I have the brain of a 4th grader, so I mean, like, I'm just gonna fucking shit the bed right then and there.
Perfect. Have you ever actually shit your bed?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I have. It was fantastic. It was great.
I sharted one time, I think, ever.
Was that when you were at work?
No, thank God, no. People got all fucking sickened at the fact that I masturbated at work once.
Did you actually?
Dude, I was at a
Good
call
on you.
center for a year and a half.
Oh my God.
And there were some attractive people in that office, dude. And like, if I'm there for 10, 11 hours a day, are you fucking kidding me? Of course I have to.
Oh my God. Did you do it like whenever those, like any of those times where I used to come pick you up?
Like in the back of your car? Hell yeah.
No, not in the back. Not in the back
Just
of my
coming all
car.
over your car. Yeah, of course. No, probably. I go out to your car and I'm just like exasperated because I just blew a load into like the stall or whatever.
Dude, it's like straight up, not even a lie. Like sometimes when I pick you up, you'd be more calm than normal.
Yep. Because I am post ejaculate.
You were like literally just past your vinegar strokes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I literally just wiped off and came to the car. Anyways, the last comment we got is more about yourselves, so listeners can get to know you better. That's what I wanted to like nail down on today, I guess.
Okay.
So Shawn, tell me where you grew up. And about your tell me about how you got into skateboarding. Let's start with that.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay, well, I grew up in Newmarket, the south end, so around where the Mandarin Plaza was. So I was like, not even like
shout out Mandarin.
Yeah, literally. I was like 2 minutes away from where Wallaby World was, and that call center you used to work at was a Walmart when I was a kid.
Yo, and that Wallaby World is now like an immigration place.
Yeah, and also a Nature's Emporium, so that's fun.
Apparently the guy who ran the Wallaby World actually works at the Nature's Emporium. Dude, I got so far into that.
That's so funny. I figured out somebody actually has photos of it somewhere. They just need to find them.
And you've been working on that too?
Yeah.
My mom's got some.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah, she does. About a birthday party I went to. Oh, dude. Okay. Yo, guys, we're working on the Wallaby World like archive. It's our thing. I'll hit up Indie 88 now.
We have the photos.
We got it.
Charge them like a ransom. Like, give us the money.
And we'll prove this existed. Anyways, yes, you grew up next to the Wallaby World. Got it.
Yeah, so I grew up around there. Didn't have a lot of friends. Didn't really like talk to too many people. I had a friend, my best friend that literally lives upstairs from where I live now. And he was literally like my whole friend group from the time I was like maybe like 4 or 5 up until now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, now I have a lot more friends, and you get the point. But anyways, we both got kind of like into video games and doing shit we weren't supposed to do, like, watching Austin Powers, even though we were fucking like 10 and whatever.
It's the right time to be watching that shit too.
Yeah, exactly. So around
not in your mid 20s like I did.
Yeah, no. It's I mean, it's still pretty funny though, I think. Yeah, whatever. Shake your head all you want. So we ended up getting into video games and whatever else, and I started playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
It's kind of funny how our stories will intersect too, because I hit that as well.
Yeah, I mean, like you kind of have to at some
It's
point,
a commonality between anybody who starts skateboarding and had like a PlayStation. It had to have happened.
Literally. And then anyways, my mom was she was a religious nut. So I used to go to church, and a lot of the guys that, a couple of years older than me or whatever, they used to skate a lot, like outside of the church. So I was like, fuck it. Like, I'll boot around on one of these things. I mean, I fucked myself up a couple of times, but I mean, like, the more I started to do it, the more I kind of like fell in love with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like one of those things, like you pick it up and it's like one of those like really bad drugs you just don't want to put down. You know what I mean? Skateboarding
like
to me is like, skateboarding to me is like fucking heroin.
Wow.
So I don't know. I think the more that I did it, and the more I ate shit and whatever, like it fueled me to go farther. And then I met you guys, and then that was just a whole different level of skateboarding. Like I was constantly pushing myself. Like I was trying to be, I was just trying to be like always on top of my game and always trying to do crazy shit that nobody else wanted to do. So I think just when I first started, I didn't think I was going to get that far. I thought I was just going to like use it to get to and from school. Right. Turns out that didn't happen. So here I am.
Fair. Yeah. I think that's a good like way to tie the bow there. Cause I'll explain how I got to mine as well. And you'll see the similarities between me and you. There's like startling amounts of like similarities with the way we grew up, because I didn't have very many friends either growing up. I had like Mark. Mark's been my homie for like 22 years now, somehow.
Somehow.
Literally, my parents forced us to be friends because we lived down the street.
My mom didn't want me to be friends with Gabe ever.
Really?
She hated him for so long. My whole family hated him. But now they're like, oh, you should be more like Gabe.
Wow. He's like the older brother that like you're supposed to be like.
Yeah, literally.
He wears a suit to work.
He works in real estate.
I got like indoctrinated for 10 years at a Catholic school, So I grew up in religion kind of the same way. My mom and dad were not religious. They wanted to put me in a Catholic school to give me good morals. That was their whole thing. Which enough. I feel like there were other ways to do that, but whatever. I spent 10 years in a Catholic school. And I started skateboarding. I started playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. There you go. Like I didn't have very many friends. It was just me and my twin brother hanging out, playing Tony Hawk's on the PlayStation or whatever the fuck. And that's how I got like some of my music taste. And that's where I like found skateboarding as well. So like they kind of like coalesced a little bit. So I got into punk music because of my cousin, and I started skating in like grade 7 or 8 with our buddy Jarek. Shout out. And because Jarek moved to that school from Scarborough.
Yeah, I remember he was telling me that a long time ago. He mentioned something along the lines of that.
Yeah, he used to live in Scarborough, and he moved into Newmarket, went to my school, and we sat next to each other, and we just never left each other's side after that. So we skated all the time. We were dog shit terrible, but we started filming videos like immediately. And because I had this like JVC Vario hybrid fucking soccer mom camcorder, and I used it for everything. And then when like I was just looking for something to film, so when we started skating, I was like, bam, that's what I'm supposed to do. So getting into high school, that's the only reason I even like survived high school, I think, is because I skated, and that's where I met most of my homies. And so there was like a lot of similarities between me and you. Like kind of grew up with like sort of a religious kind of presence. Not very many homies. It's not something like, that's not to say that like not having a lot of friends is like was a bad thing. It was a good thing for me, dude.
Yeah, I mean, same for me, dude. Because like, if you really think it, like, boil it down, like the amount of people that you and I have met, even in the last like couple of years alone, it's like we've built a friend group of our own that like is one of the most supportive and one of the most like loving friend groups of like genuinely decent people. I mean, we have the, mind you, the odd fuckwad, but
It's our that's true actually. And then like for the people listening, the 10 or so dudes that we were skating with 7 years ago, like we're all still very close now. Like I think our full length skate videos came out like 7 or 8 years ago now. Crazy fucking yeah. Because I looked up the YouTube page, guys. It's still live right now. You can look it up. Yeah, you can find our full videos. There's Square One, which is the one that like with the most recent full length with like Jed is in it. You're in it. Jarek's in it. Jake's in it. Like, so it's pretty rad video. I think it's fucking fantastic, and I wouldn't change anything about it. But yeah. So 7 or 8 years ago, but now we're all still relatively close. And like Shawn said, there's a couple fuckwads, but you know, it's our job to reel in the fuckwads every now and again.
Yeah, you gotta have that like that decent balance of like genuine human beings and then a bunch of fucking half-wits.
Yep.
So we've had our fair share.
How was high school for you?
Man, I was like bullied a lot through elementary school and a lot through high school. Like I was jumped. People tossed me off the front patio of Huron. Like they threw my laptop at me. Some kid was paid $5 to come out while I was skating on my lunch, and he snapped my board.
Oh yeah, you told this story before.
Yeah.
Craziness.
I don't know. It was just a lot of fucking crazy shit, man. I kept to myself, and then somewhere around grade 10, started hanging out with a bunch of these like nerdy dudes. You know what I mean? Like just guys that like, you know, shared an interest in comics and movies and video games as much as I did. So I started hanging out with them more. And then I became this huge fucking nerd, and I love it. And it's fantastic because now I'm not like some chauvinistic football playing douchebag.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. You never struck me as the jock type. So I think you fell in the right crowd.
Yeah, no, it was nice to meet these guys. You know what I mean? And especially like in like later of my, like at least halfway through grade 11, like, you know, when my dad passed and shit, like these guys were like there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's not that they didn't have any other friends, so they had to be there for me. It was like, yo, what's up? What do you need? What can we talk about? Let's fucking hang out.
And these are the guys. These are the guys that you still talk to now.
Yeah, I still talk to a good chunk of them actually now to this day. And one of them is one of my fucking best friends. Shout out Adam. We call him Chef. Shout out Chef.
Nice. Very good. We got to get him on the podcast. He's a funny guy.
He's hilarious. And I hate
he's just got stage fright.
He has a lot of stage fright, but you know what? He's building his confidence one day at a time. And I have the most it's a never ending respect for this guy. He's a fantastic human being. I
think high school for me was like super uneventful. Like nothing happened. I just bounced between. There was a lot of skateboarders at my school, luckily, in all grades. So like, and luckily I was good. So I didn't get chirped too much. I got called a faggot, but everybody did. And like, you know, it was pretty common. And like, I think that like I bounced between like the metalheads that were in the stairwell hissing at people, and like the people who hung out next to the vending machines and smoked weed outside, and like, so burnouts, metalheads, and skateboarders. That's kind of where it's where I was. And like, I was pretty nondescript. I never really got in anybody's way. So it was just like, whatever. I just kept to myself. But I
hung out with the burnouts too. Actually, I think everybody had that phase where they were a burnout for like at least a good month.
Man, I wasn't even a burnout. I just like smoked a cigarette because a girl that I liked thought it was hot. On God, that's the only reason I started smoking, because somebody said to me that I had a crush on smoking cigarettes is hot. And I was like, word. Okay. So I bought a pack of cigarettes and burnt my hair on it because I had really long fucking hair at the time. And I choked terribly my first few, but then it began a decade of on and off smoking. Don't smoke.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, this is an endorsement. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think that high school was kind of like not. I got it done in 4 years because I hated it so much.
I dropped out, dude. I was fed up with that shit.
I used to think that people who dropped out were fucking lazy or something. But like the older I get, the more I realize that high school is just so traumatic for people for multiple reasons. And like, it's so bad. And I don't miss being a fucking teenager at all because my concerns back then were not of the concerns I have now. Because like when they say those are the best years of your life, it's true. But at the same time, you're so fucking hormonal, man or woman. You know what I mean? So everything sucked. Everything was so terrible. And like, if somebody, because like this was like the beginning of social media, right? Because I had a Tumblr, I had a Facebook, and my cell phone was like a BlackBerry, right? So if somebody didn't like get back to my BBM and leave me on red, that was like the end of my world. You know what I mean? Like everything was so fucking emo.
Fucking BBM, dude.
Yeah, remember how you could broadcast people to get more friends or whatever?
Oh my god.
Fucking
I remember
terrible.
I remember people were always like, because I didn't have it like my mom didn't let me have like anything like new or fresh. So I was walking around class with a fucking Motorola flip phone. It was like, yo, what's your BBM, man? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're like, oh, you know the BlackBerry? You're fucking gay, man. I was like, yeah, well, my parents are broke.
Yeah.
So thanks. Dick.
What a weird turn for Blackberries, huh? Blackberries started as like a businessman's kind of phone, you know? And then they made this weird left-hand turn to where every teenager fucking had one. My phone, my parents didn't buy me phones. Like my first phone that I had was given to me by a girl I had a crush on as well.
Nice.
She gave me a Samsung Slide.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember when you had that phone. Okay.
Yep, had it, and I had the phone for many, 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 many years.
It was literally sitting on your shelf for like a few years after. Like you had already had like 6 Samsungs after that.
I had like 5 Blackberries and they all broke. Every single fucking one of them. But yeah, I don't know, man. Social media was weird. That was like the beginning of all that. Anyways, so after high school, so Shawn, after you dropped out, what was your course of action? Like, what did you do?
I bounced around from job to job.
What was your first job?
Believe it or not, actually West 49.
Amazing. Fantastic.
Yeah. I worked as a seasonal employee, and when I got fired, because the season was over, I wept like a fucking little girl.
Damn, no way.
I was so fucking heartbroken. I was like, man, this is the job I've always wanted. And then they just fucking took me out. I
think a lot of the homies worked with you too, huh? Like was were Jake and Jed working there at the time?
No, I was there before them. And then they must have gone in, I think the year after, because I had gotten that job when I was in grade 9.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I bounced around from job to job. I was in and out of my fair share of relationships. Other than that, when I dropped out, I was like so hell bent on just skateboarding and skateboarding alone, and nothing was going to basically take me away from that. Like I still have like in my Facebook memories, I still have like little things where like I'm supposed to be going job hunting, but I ended up going skateboarding with you guys.
Yeah, so I should probably get into that. During those years, after we had met Shawn and everything like that, like me and my crew and everything, we were like going wild with the filming. Like I remember too, like as soon as like it was like grade 12, as soon as I graduated grade 12 or whatever, um, the filming was fucking wild. And we were going out like every weekend, every park, every spot that we knew of, just stacking clips all day.
We were staying up till like 4 or 5 in the morning, just skateboarding wherever the hell we could. Sometimes we'd even just like wait until like we knew spots were like definitely closed. Like we would cruise down Main Street at like 4 in the morning, and like it was just it was a nightmare. We had that one skate sesh before we went to Wasaga that one weekend.
Right.
And we were fucking sitting in the 404 parking lot at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I remember that. Sleep. My God. Yeah. Holy shit. And there were lots of times like that. And like by that time we were all loading up to drinks. So there were drinks and stuff. And we were all just like, it was great. It was like, honestly, in essence, those were some of the best times I've ever had. Like going to skate parks and smashing beers and stacking clips and whatever. Mm-hmm. And I remember like during that time, we were like pretty committed to like either getting a sponsor or a hookup or whatever. And there had been a couple little blips of that in like throughout the years, like some fakes, like shout out Myth skateboards. Holy shit, dude. That's a story for another episode. But
that was fucked.
We got this hookup from West 49 because we knew the people who work there, and we were on Flow. And for the people listening, Flow is just you get an employee discount and you don't work there, basically.
Yeah, you're literally just like you're below amateur level, which is like irritating.
Yeah, it was a joke, quite honestly, because like
it literally was.
Because we collect. I love the people who put us onto that, but at the same time, we collected a discount for like a year and a half, and we maybe submitted videos twice. Because
I don't think we submitted any footage though. I don't think.
Oh no,
I
did.
Them a flash drive.
I gave them. I gave one flash drive and I emailed another thing, but at the time I was so concerned with our full length video that I didn't want to like send them everything. Like I don't know what I was thinking, honestly, but I didn't send them anything. I just sent them 2 clips or 2 videos twice, and it was all just B-roll shit. And we collected that discount for a lot longer than we should have.
Yes, we did.
And that was a good time. I think that after we helped run one event, just one single event, and you skated in it, and I'm pretty sure you won.
No, I won that one before I got Flow with you guys, because you guys were already on the team.
Yeah,
you guys were on the team, and that I got on the year after that, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
we literally just ran one event, and it was fine. You know, we barely did anything. We just made sure that shirts were given out. I don't know, dude. I honestly don't remember.
Oh. We actually got to do the Asphalt Yacht Club signing. Remember when we were there, me, you, and Jack?
Yeah, we got shirts and stuff, and we weren't like working it.
But they made us like talk to customers and shit.
Yeah, they made us stand there. Shit. Yeah, yes. Pretty much. I was not like, none of us were working there, but we were like given shirts and they're like talk to people and try to like just direct them to things if they need help or whatever. And we're like, okay, fine. And it was fine. I don't recall it being bad at all. Like, and we were collecting a discount. Least we could do is kind of help.
Yeah. I mean, I shoulder checked Najee Houston. That was like the highlight of my fucking career right there.
And he fucking deserved it.
Fucking prick.
Piece of shit. Fuck you, Najee Houston. I don't know. So anyway, after all that, I worked at a lot of retirement homes. That was pretty much my line of work, thanks to my mom.
You must replenish.
Yeah. So there's a guy that we used to call Norman the Doorman, because he was this very large man who would just stand in doorways and watch you while you worked. He was the fucking worst. And he had this accent. I can't recall what it is now, but he would tell me to replenish. You must replenish. And like, cause like I had to like restock things, like, cause I would run the breakfasts for the old people. Like if they ran out of like Kraft peanut butter, I had to like put little peanut butters in the thing. Replenish.
You must replenish.
And I told Shawn, I was complaining about it one day, and I was like,
replenish this dick.
I'm pretty sure I said it out loud, and I'm not sure if he heard me or not.
I remember because I remember I took you the day you went to go hand in your resignation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was fun.
You were like, replenish this dick, and I fucking lost it.
Yeah. It was a very awkward experience.
Oh shit, that was fucking good times.
But yeah, I pretty much just worked in exclusively retirement homes because like the pay was pretty good, and I don't know, I had benefits. I was unionized, all this shit. And then I went to college because of all the skateboarding stuff, and I was like, I want to go for film. That makes sense. And it did not.
No,
getting into film doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah. After I went to Humber College for 1 year, then I took a year off and worked in a fucking call center, like I mentioned, for a year and a half. And during that time, I was also skateboarding, but somewhere in the middle there, I fucked up my knee.
Oh yeah, toward the ACL and MCL, right?
Yep, and the dream was over. So I knew that I needed to do something a little more responsible. So I was like, I'm gonna go get a degree. And I went to Seneca, got my degree in creative advertising. And then I got a job at a media agency right out of the gate and started doing work for Apple Music. And I've been in the industry for 3.5 years now. And that's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yep, and that's as boring as his job's gonna get, so.
Hey, honestly, as soon as I'm allowed to fucking go places, the industry might be a lot more fun. But
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, being stuck at home when you get down to like the nitty gritty of what your job is, and if you're just like in a position like I guess like me, where you just sit down and do your fucking job all day, like fuck that. At least you get to like converse with your coworkers in like a real sort of setting and kind of do your thing, like with Blake and whatever. But
I mean, like, not really. I mean, today they had like a bunch of like, I don't know. Have you been hearing the stories about those fucking caterpillars that hang from the trees there?
I have not been hearing those stories.
Oh, okay. Well, there's these caterpillars. They're, from what I've been hearing, an invasive species.
Ah, right.
And if they get on your skin, dude, they will fuck you up.
Is that right?
Like hard, dude. They will fuck you up. So we try and avoid them at all costs. And I may be a big fan of Spider-Man, but I am the guy that doesn't like insects at all. So like when people start throwing those caterpillars at me.
Oh, were they throwing caterpillars at you?
Yeah, there was apparently one on my hat, and they didn't want to tell me that there was one on my hat. So then I was like freaking the fuck out, and they were like, dude, we're surprised you can't see it. I'm like, I don't have eyes in the back of my fucking head, okay? Like, what do you mean?
I'm not in a third person video game. I can't see my entire being.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? And then they ended up throwing them at me. And then now I don't want to go back to work.
In whichever case, I'm kind of glad I don't have to see anybody. That's fine.
Yeah.
Never mind. I take it back.
Be glad you work at home.
I can't wait. Honestly, I never thought I'd say this, but I can't wait to go back to my office.
I think like the last,
last couple of years.
The last, I think the last 9 years of my life, because it's 2012, 11, that's 9, right? We're almost, we're at 9. Yeah.
There you go. Fine.
The last like 9 years of my life, it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I've noticed that there's like a weird pattern. You know what I mean? Like no matter what kind of like shit gets shoveled in my way, you know what I mean? I always just somehow find a way around it. You know what I mean? It's like by a weird fluke that like shit just kind of works out.
Yeah.
You know?
You find,
really
I don't know. You're resourceful. You always have been. I think that without getting too deep and too sad, I guess. I think that like Yeah, there's some rough things have happened in the last couple of years, but I think that like if you're inherently sort of a resourceful person, you will find a way around it. Whether that's like help from your friends or whatever, like you find a way around it. And like I think that like our core group of friends have gotten me through quite a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Like
I couldn't agree more. Like it's the way that they go about a lot of the bullshit that especially you and I have had to, go through and deal with. It really shows you that there's a lot of decent people on this fucking stupid planet.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they may have their morals and their their different agendas and here and whatever the fuck, that they have their own opinions, but like at the end of the day, it's like when you call and you say I need fucking help, it's like they don't hesitate, they're already at your front door no matter what. And it's been like that for the last like what, almost 8 years now.
Yeah,
like
long ass time.
Fucked. It's fucked. It's ridiculous.
And I look back and I can still watch these videos, and like that's kind of why I'm thankful for pages like Jarek's page and my YouTube page, because it's kind of like an archive. Like you can look back on your teens essentially and be like thankful for the moments you had, and like without getting too gushy into whatever. I think it's like I'm glad that these people are the ones that shaped me as a person, because there are definitely worse places that I could have been in. And I am thankful for skateboarding, mainly.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, and I think the community that skateboarding, like, yo, guys, just buy your kids a skateboard. Just get them into skateboarding. They couldn't do anything better for them, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's not only is it's okay. A lot of people are like, yeah, it's just exercise, whatever.
Not even.
It's not even the fact that it's like good exercise, because it's good exercise. But at the end of the day, the community as a whole, 95% of us are actually decent people. You know what I mean? We may be fucking skeevy stoners or fucking, drunks and idiots and whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like we are the biggest group of people that I can think of that have no limits. We don't have any like creed against race, gender.
Yeah, skateboarding is such an inclusive community, and like I think that even over the last couple of years, it's gotten much more broad to determination. Like honestly, skateboarders have so much fucking determination. I don't even like so many times where I've been like beat up, fucked up, and I just wanted to fucking land the thing. And there's no better feeling. And I think that like, and it's an individual sport. There's not a lot of those that are like it's community based, but it's also super individual. Like you do it on your own.
Yeah. And it really embraces the individuality part. Cause like you could literally go out, dress like a fucking idiot. You could literally dress like Prince from Purple Fucking Rain. And like, people would be like, oh, that's fucking sick, dude.
We love Purple Fucking Rain.
Purple Fucking Rain.
Purple Fucking Rain.
But it's definitely one of those sports that like I'm very thankful for being thrust into at a young age. I mean, like it's taken up a better portion of my life now, because now that I don't do it as often, everybody's like, man, what the fuck happened to you? Like now you don't do this, you don't do that. And I'm like, dude, I kind of, you grow up and to a point where you just don't want to have that fuck up your life. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to go to a park and then be like, oh, if I hurt myself, I can't go to work for the next like 6 weeks. Like what the fuck? You know what I mean?
That's another real concern too.
Yeah. You think of it more rationally, you think of it as like as an adult, and I do that. I go to the park whenever I can and have a little, putt around with the guys here and there. But now it's like, I keep it low to the ground, because the last time I fucked up my eyebrow, I went to work 3 days later and I was like, I look like I got knocked the fuck out by Rocky Balboa.
Hey, dude, I'm not a skateboarder anymore by all accounts. Like the thing is, like I use it to get from point A to point B. I do some flats sometimes. I'm not really a skater like I used to be, but like I'm so thankful for those roots. I really am. Mm-hmm. And they were very important in framing who I am right now. So
agreed. I'm with you on that one.
As conversational, so you know what? I think we're going to cut it off there. Hopefully you guys learned something a little bit about us. that you didn't know before. I think it's kind of important, honestly. I know that it like there wasn't as many like larfs as there normally are. You know, we love a larf, don't we, Sean?
LARPing!
We love a larf, but like it's nice to, and I have had a couple people mention this to me now. Like it's good to get to know your hosts a little bit. So like when people get to know you and like you, they trust you, you know? So hopefully you guys like what you hear. You know, this expanded on our character a little bit in a positive way.
You definitely shouldn't trust us though. We're both fucking idiots. I'm just kidding. I'm only half joking.
Yeah, only half joking.
But you know, if you guys have any more questions, whatever, get as deep as you fucking want. I don't give a fuck. I'll dig a 6-foot hole right now if I have to. But
next season, we've got a couple episodes that are going to be pretty exciting. I'm already starting to write them a little bit. And I think that, this was important. When I listen to podcasts, I like to get to know the hosts a little bit. This is kind of like, you know, cutting this, but obviously I'm going to chop this down to a manageable length because this is like been very long. But hopefully just a bit of background on us was nice. You know, let us know what you think. Leave us some comments on Instagram or Facebook or something.
Yeah, ask us some questions. Please don't roast me anymore because I'm gonna fucking roll you over.
Shawn is sensitive. Shawn is sensitive. You should. He's just a little boy.
Be very mindful of what you say about me. If you have a problem with me, you just say it to my face. Anyways, with that all being said and done, please follow the socials.
Yeah, thank you.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow the YouTube. Subscribe to the Patreon because your boy still needs to fucking eat.
Patreon supporters are very important, guys.
Giveaway coming soon.
Oh yeah, so I got mock-ups for the t-shirts in my email today, so they should be done very, very soon.
Dope. Okay, so then hopefully next week we will have giveaway details for all of you guys. Hopefully in time for this is episode 19 now, right?
Yep, we got a finale coming up.
All right, so hopefully for episode 20 we will have giveaway details for you. And stay tuned to the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, again, to have maybe like a very slim chance at getting a sweet, one-of-a-kind Planet Pointless t-shirt.
Yeah.
So,
gang.
So with that all being said and done, on behalf of John and myself, we thank you guys very much for sticking with us for season 2 so far. And
agreed. Thank you very much.
It's about time I said peace.
Nothing sound effects. Here's a T-Rex.
Who gives a shit?
You have landed on Planet Pointless with your hosts, John and Shawn.